Here are 7 reasons you might not be contracted for video or photography jobs. There could be more, but I'm going to touch on 7 of them only. Discipline. I once contracted a guy who I thought we'd work together for a long time, but when the production day finally arrived, he kept being distracted on his phone. Oh man, I didn't like it. Instead of looking for great compositions, he was constantly switching from shooting the event and perusing his phone. And you'd guess right. That's the first and last time I contracted him. When someone gives you a gig, do your best to be in the game the whole time. Otherwise, you might miss recording great moments and reactions during a recording. And that will cost the production a lot of good shots. Lack of gear. As much as you might survive the industry for some time by renting equipment, you might also miss a lot of opportunities where you could have just shown up with your available equipment and charged the client less because your expenditures for the production are minimal. Renting equipment can run your budget too high and you become too expensive for your targeted clients. Mediocre skills. Oh boy, on this one I can't emphasize enough. No one wants a production guy with mediocre skills. Whether the client is paying well or not, shooting mediocre videos and photos will cost not only your reputation but also your portfolio. Always be up to date with the best skills. This might also be easily facilitated by having your own gear, since you'll have a lot of time to practice and improve your skills. Always be learning something new to improve yourself. Always. You're too expensive. I can't remember how many times I've had this from clients. One of the things I had to learn is how to charge packages and understand my target client's ability to afford me. You might not always charge all your clients the same price for the same type of project, so a good place to start is by asking your client if they have a budget or budget range. Without this, it might be impossible for you to understand their ability to afford you. Another factor that helps is having a good working relationship with your client or their agent. And this will help you understand what their budget estimates usually are, either annually or quarterly. Don't be afraid of asking their budget range, okay? Lack of initiative. Can you imagine hiring someone for a production and you have to constantly ask them to be aggressive or assertive in their work? I'll keep this one short and simple, really. Personally, I never hire someone who isn't showing initiative to learn, grow their skills and experience, or even make efforts to buy their own equipment, because from my experience, I've learned that this will translate into their work ethic and output. Lack of portfolio. I remember one time a close buddy of mine and I volunteered ourselves to shoot some pro bono work for some clients. What necessitated this was a number of potential clients had asked us to send them our portfolio, and we either had none or it wasn't good enough. Look for opportunities to volunteer yourself and your gear to grow your portfolio. Of course, you have to decide how long you want to do this, and maybe also choose which portfolio you volunteer yourself for. Before resigning employment to fully run my company, I knew that it was the best time to approach clients and propose a pro bono shoot for their business or product so that I could grow my portfolio. I had a salary then, and this allowed me not to get too worried about the pro bono work. This also ended up showing me my weaknesses in certain areas of production before I exposed them to a paying client. Poor demeanor. First impressions will always matter. Whether the client has already assured you of the production gig or not, how you dress up and express yourself really matters to a client. If you look cheap or talk without confidence, the client might end up translating that to how the project output will look like. I once felt bad contracting someone for a gig I was doing because they were talking all the time and paying less attention to shooting. He kept trying to tell me how much he knows about cameras, but I wasn't seeing that being translated into his work. Poor demeanor around people can be a huge turnoff. Yeah, so those are the 7 reasons why you might not be getting clients for production or even being contracted.